Yep.
When
We
we
can-
last
we
left
can
our
say-
heroes, they were wandering through the desert plains. Scorching sunlight beams down on a sky full of nothing but sun. The sand-blasted dunes of the Karthus region, empty and barren, save for a few reminiscent beings. Desert lizards hide underneath the sand in order to shield themselves from the burning sun. And our heroes walk, okay, to the horizon. As you all made your way from Yushira, a wonderful place full of tropical leaves and valleys and hills and mountains and trees and ferns and flowers, you made your way to a destroyed and half-sunken ship that burned its way into the hillside, corrupting the foliage and animals and all sorts of life matter. The roots that followed you here attempted to assimilate this living machine. You all snuck your way inside, found the crystal, and transported yourself to this far-off place. Now, trudging through the burning sand, you make your way to a small, deserted village on the outskirts of any sort of intelligent life. You make your way into this village and draw what few buckets full of dirty water from a well. You begin to recuperate. And as you look across this village, it is completely abandoned. Sand has flooded up and filled the doors and windows of these huts made of clay, sun-baked bricks, wood-thatched roofs, and overhangs with ragged draped cloth material. And on the far end of the village, you see rising out of the golden sands a geological fissure, almost like a meteorite itself impacting and crystallizing the sand in the air. You see a spiky protrusion of black rock piercing up from the ground. And as you stand in this foreboding place, what would you like to do?
Connor is going to scan the village to see if there might be any wild animals or the creature that followed him into this strange land.
Go ahead and make a survival check.
You want me to change voices when I'm not doing a descriptor?
Whatever feels more comfortable
Whatever
for
works
you.
for you. Yeah, whatever works.
And
for you.
we can say that my father's kind of looking over us and kind of just giving us the monologue.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like that.
Warming
quick
wonders.
question. Are
The
we still
DM
exhausted
today.
or no?
Are you what?
Are we still exhausted or no?
Yes, you still have those several points of exhaustion.
All right. And
Stupid exhaustion.
what was the check again?
Survival.
Yeah.
$14.
Okay. Looking at the sands and the way it's built up, you don't see any tracks or any, humps similar to the way that you saw those gators sort of in place. It doesn't look as though anything's been here in quite some time.
All right. What Feral Connor is going to do now is find set up the tarp so it's more like, a little like shaded tent area, and he's going to sit down and try and rest a little bit to recuperate.
I mean, that tarp's probably gonna go away at some point.
Are you going to check one of the nearby buildings that look like could be easily fortified,
Okay, yeah.
And
I mean, most of the buildings are still fairly intact, considering that they've only survived some light weathering. Again, there really isn't a whole lot of wind here, and there doesn't
like
show.
Never looks like it could be difficult for something to sneak in and get a jump on,
Okay, sure, easy enough. You just go ahead and investigate one of the houses.
Yes.
Okay.
I'd also like to do that.
Yeah, Joshua's gonna come with me.
Alrighty. Go ahead and do so. Looking around, you can see that the civilization here was very simplistic. There's, wood, like, some of it seems to be like stick frames and whatnot. You can also see that there is like carved wood. There are like beams and whatnot. But it's all done by hand. You get the idea that this very, very simplistic way of life. There are drying racks. You can see that there are leathers, hung out. There's decent materials here worth scavenging, but all of it has been, discarded and forgotten for who knows how long. So,
I would in terms this Connor kind of lived more or less kind of like the off the grid, wild side type of life.
mm-hmm.
Would this be something he's familiar with, or would this kind of be more like a shock to this Connor?
I mean, this is probably something that you've experienced if you've ever come across any other intelligent life, such as bugbears and whatnot. It's not too necessarily advanced, but it's also not, caveman style necessarily. Like, they've built houses out of sun-baked bricks and whatnot. So,
I'm just asking, in terms of advancement for this Connor, how would it look down? So, all right.
I mean, I assume you lived on your own, but you would know of intelligent life. So,
yeah, he would be nomadic by nature, but he has traded with other
honestly, the
civilizations.
really jarring thing now is that you're not connected to any of the other millions of Connors.
Yeah, I think once we find a place, Connor is going to sit down and kind of meditate and try and see if we can reestablish a connection with the other Connors. At least with a hive mind. Because he doesn't know, if he's disconnected from the other Connors and if the hive mind consciousness is directed at this Connor, would it negatively impact the others or not? So he's trying to reestablish the connection. If that makes sense.
Yeah, I'm just trying to grab some visuals for you guys. I think this is a general good one.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, Connor's going to find somewhere to sit down, and he's going to kind of lay the leather pelt down so it acts like a little tarp as he sits down to meditate.
Okay.
Try and go back to the dark place, I guess.
The dark place being the Mind Palace, Paracosm.
Yes.
Okay.
Or where he could see where that tentacle being might be.
Okay. You spend some time meditating. What is everyone else doing?
How to scale is that reference photo?
I mean, to scale, you know. Like the
Not
doorway
per
is
se,
probably like maybe 7 to 8 feet tall, you know.
Regular door.
I more meant as a number of buildings in game as opposed to reference photo.
Well, in the first picture that you can see, there is like those big buildings in the background that seem more modernistic in their build. Those are a bit farther. You guys decide not to go there. So those wouldn't be in the background necessarily. But you get the idea that there's probably maybe like at least 40 homes here, if not more. You know, it's not upwards in like hundreds. This isn't Most Eisley for anything, but yeah, most of the buildings are kind of ramshackled together, you know, built side by side to save labor and limit the amount of walls needed.
I think I could definitely use some rest time to get rid of some of this exhaustion.
Yeah. I think Talia's gonna sit next to Connor and see if she can get into contact with her dad, seeing as how she doesn't since she can't feel his presence or anything while here, and also to like rest up from the exhaustion and everything.
Okay.
That's kind of what Connor's doing too. He's trying to reestablish Andrea.
Sure. If either of you want to make an Arcana or Religion check, and you guys just want to take a short rest, or do you guys want to take a long rest?
I want to say long rest.
At least until sundown.
Yeah.
Long rest is what gets rid of exhaustion, and I have 2
Yeah.
levels of it.
Yeah,
and,
I'll long rest.
and to be clear, you've been wandering through the desert for who knows how longs, days maybe. The sun has not set. It has been sun the entire time.
Oh, that
Oh.
sucks.
So
Yes.
Sparrow, I got a 17 on Arcana.
Okay. You attempt to commune and gain this connection that you've had so easily. It's second nature, and it's just gone. It's not there anymore. And it's this, you know, continued pursuit and investigation that, you know, this is supposed to be a calm meditation, is worrying you. It's disheartening.
He you can almost hear him loudly kind of grunt annoyance from this lack of connection, and is formulating, this is a new realm. I can't link up with the hive mind or the mind palace. So are we back in time somehow before even Connor existed?
I rolled a dirty 21 on my religion check.
Ah, lucky.
You also try to reach out. Do you say a prayer, or are you just trying to connect?
I'm just trying to. I guess I could say a prayer, it's not necessarily like a prayer, but I'm just
You're
like,
just like,
I'm just
hey
kind of
Dad,
like,
what's up?
yeah, just kind of talking to him, trying to
Sure,
get
sure.
some sort of conversation or something.
Okay. Yeah, again, you attempt to reach far, and, you know, normally there is that ever-presence, you know, that foreboding realization that there's something out there, and understanding and relating it to your father being this all-encompassing force that was always there, no matter what happened, where you were, the different worlds that you went to. And now that it's just gone, and you look at the state of this world, how it's been abandoned by time, nature, and the gods, it's concerning.
DM, I have a suspicious line of questioning.
Go ahead.
In the time we've been walking here, has the sun moved at all?
No, the entire sky has been sun.
And there has not been any wind.
Correct.
Is there any way for me to determine whether or not the planet has stopped?
This might be a serious debate that would be something that happens with a lot of things, but the way that I run worlds in D&D and fantasy specifically is that they are planes, which means that they are not planets, they are not worlds, they are planes. They are flat and they have ends and whatnot.
Spirits of flat earther confirmed.
So there's no astronomy here. Well, I mean, there are stars in the skies or whatnot, but those are like a big, Poseidon's blanket with holes poked in it or something. I don't know what there's some story about that. Yeah.
We sit on the 2-dimensional map on his desk. And that is. Did time stop, do you think?
Somebody broke something. That's all I know.
It wasn't me, I swear.
No, but you might share
I
some
only
blood
looked
with
at the shiny button. You want me to do a roll or something,
You
Sparrow?
might be related to the problem.
Yeah. Your brother kind of desertified everything.
Look, I can't speak upon my brother's actions. I wasn't there.
Yeah, right.
Are you
It's
not your
immediately
brother's
suspicious
keeper?
of me. No! Not my
Okay.
sister's keeper.
How many siblings?
Huh?
How many siblings?
Yeah, I thought it was just the two of you.
Hey, look at that building! Crazy.
Yeah, I mean, if you guys are looking around, there's a lot more to explain and to describe. Just a couple of you sat down in one building, so.
I'm gonna look and peek into the building next to where everybody else is sit down.
You come face to face with another statue. And they are, petrified, very similar to, how Joshua once was and Ty currently is. Their race is large and bulky, very, very orcish in nature. However, they don't have the tusks in their mouth. They're also wearing a
Ogres.
mask over their face. But they seem humanoid, big muscles. You can tell that their muscles are genetic and not because of their, because of their build or their, workout and diet. In fact, and as you guys explore, you'll start to notice that a lot of them are fairly, gaunt. Their stomachs are sunken, but they still have these sort of big, muscly sort of builds. And some of them have arms that are. Actually, go ahead and make a general investigation check. If you don't mind.
Just my.
Whoever would like to. This is just sort of generally looking over the town.
15.
Okay. I will also allow a nature or medicine check. Because we're specifically referring to the race of people that lived here.
Can I roll for medicine?
Yeah.
I got a 15 on medicine.
Alright.
Oh shit, I got a dirty 20 on nature.
There he is.
I got 23 on medicine.
Okay. You can tell that this group of people, while they lived, were not, the most well-fed. They seem almost like a timid race, especially how they were petrified. They almost seem to be performing daily activities, and this simply happened to them. They did not appear surprised or, taken aback, which leads you to believe that this all happened at once, instantaneously, without them realizing. It simply washed over this people.
Can I see if there's any signs of like this is going to sound like a real weird example, but you know how they describe nuclear shadows or something like that, where people were blasted and you can see the shadows of where they stood.
I mean,
so,
most of them are still
outline?
inside the buildings, but you can move them about. They still cast shadows. They're still there. They're simply petrified.
I mean, is there any signs that would indicate if it was an explosion or some weird effect?
Like it washed over in a wave is what you're trying to determine?
Yes. See if obviously it happened all at once and was really fast. It wasn't one at a time, but
like a nuclear bomb.
Explosion. Yeah, like an explosion.
I will
occurred.
allow you to make whatever check you feel is necessary. Investigation, Arcana, something else.
The answer is no either way. No.
Can I do insight and see? Because I'm kind of
I'll allow insight. Survival probably would have been better.
let me check. I'm going to do insight because that's plus 10.
Okay, that's just a sort of intuition trying to generalize.
Yeah, kind of trying to do the police officer type deal where it's I'm reliving the event that occurred for it.
Mm-hmm.
I was going to give you guidance, but you said plus 10, so I don't. You're good. I think you'll get it.
I got a 14.
Oh, he might need it.
No.
Yeah, can you give me a guidance so I can roll and get higher?
Nope, too late.
Nope.
Darn.
What'd you
You
get?
shouldn't have said shit.
I got a 14.
You cannot determine whether it came from one direction or another. You have no point of reference, no basis for the origin of which way it traveled. There aren't really any signs either. You don't see any blown tapestries or shock waves that would necessarily detect that it would have gone in one direction or another, unfortunately.
So there's no signs that there was this big explosion and
Yeah.
you can't this area.
Looking at a 4-walled structure, you can't see that one wall is more damaged than the other, so it probably came from this side first. There's nothing like that. In fact, you can still see that there are perishables and pottery that would have easily been destroyed if there was something a very powerful breeze came through and just washed over everything. Everything simply is in place and stands as it is.
It's everything is just frozen.
What sort of clothes are they wearing?
Mostly loincloths. Every so often you can see that there are a few figures that are not as burly, and they seem to have more outfits, sometimes chest garments and, headdresses that denote them as possibly shamans or other figures of authority.
Can I look around for stuff?
Yeah, it's very tribalistic here. Go ahead and make a whatever check you would like to use, survival, investigation, whatever. And anyone may do this as well.
What's she looking for again? Sorry, I'm just
I
making
got
sure.
a perception, a nat 20 for a total of 26.
Okay. With a general perception check, you can look around and see that most of these buildings don't necessarily seem more significant than others. There doesn't seem like there's a town hall or, like a guild office, nothing like that. There's no like bars or taverns or like the chieftain's hut, all of these buildings seem very, abstinent and generic. Looking around, you can see that there are a combination of, clay-built structures, as well as combinations of, metal tools and contraptions. You can see that there are, bottles and wineskins and, pottery of different sort of basins and jars and other simple containers. There are cots and, tables and fire pits and grills set up, with a natural 20 just on perception, you can see that there is a lot of useful stuff here, and you could, survive and, do quite well here. Just with the general necessities that are here. You would have to scavenge for any sort of packed food if you wanted to try and do that. I will also give this to you because you got a natural 20, even though this is the last thing I'll give you with just perception. You can see that some houses, specifically ones that are filled with sand more than others, have some sort of pulley apparatus affixed to them. What did everyone else get on their rolls? And this is just you walking down the street and looking around. That's what perception is. If you're investigating,
I got 30. I got a 30.
34. Perception. Okay, you get the same information.
I thought we were all rolling for perception.
Perception is just looking around. If you want to, go into any of the buildings and scrounge and scavenge, that would be something else.
Yeah, can I actually just investigate like inside the buildings?
Yes, investigation, survival, other skills like that.
I'll do survival. All right. I feel like
I just used perception because I was just walking around outside the buildings looking, so.
I rolled a nat 20 plus 5, 25.
Okay, Connor. You notice one of these buildings with the pulley systems. You go to investigate it. You know exactly what this is. This is a pulley trap. And you can see in the corners of the buildings, there is rope coming down, and you can just... You don't even need to see it. You know exactly what this is. That there are nets laid out underneath the sand that will pull up taut and catch something if it goes across it.
Is there a rock nearby that I could throw to trigger this trap?
Yeah, I will say that you can easily disarm the trap or whatnot if you would like.
Alright, Connor's going to disarm the trap and take the net, and see if he can use it for later.
Okay, yeah, you absolutely can. There are multiple buildings set up with traps this way. And I will say that even after a while, you will notice that one of these traps has been pulled, and you can see caught inside the net is this large kind of beetle-esque thing. Every so often, I think after noticing that, you can spot these creatures, sticking to the shadows and whatnot, and staying very far away from any activity at all. But every so often, you might even hear the sounds of one of these traps going off and catching one of these beasts.
Another question: is there if like I add the net to my weapons or inventory, or?
I think there should be a net if you just
There is,
search item. Yeah, you can go
I
ahead.
just wanted to check for adding it.
Yeah, that's fine. But I was trying to state that there is like a purpose and reason for these traps that you believe is more than just general home defense. So these might actually be useful for catching food, is what I'm trying to say.
Oh yeah, that's what's going through. That's what's going through Nomad Connor's mind is like I can catch food with this, or finally take down that giant cat.
Also because we got a couple people that rolled really high and just looking around, I will say that eventually you will find one of these buildings that almost seems to be clean, like it's been cleared out of most general furniture and there's no sand in it, and you can see that there is set up like a cot. There's also a table. There's a few tools on it that seems to, generally looking at how it's set up, you could figure out a way to, cut open and remove the meat out of one of these bugs.
Can I do it like what kind of check would I need to do to see like?
I'm gonna say that all the information is there, that you could study how they did it and just do it. I'm not even gonna require a check. Like
I was just asking like how recent this all was.
Oh, you want to look at recent? Yeah, go ahead and make a nature survival check.
Let me see what's higher survival. I'll do a survival because I feel like this would. And I got a 15.
Okay. Looking at the way that the tools have been sort of cleaned and set aside, you get the idea that the person that interacted with this has set it up in a way that they would have been gone for some while, which is why you believe you haven't come across them yet. But you can see that there are, stains of the different kind of viscera from cutting open one of these things that has completely dried and is, been cleared off. So you would assume that weeks at least.
Gunner just says there were people here, but they've been gone for a while.
Looking around, it seems like there's only, the setup for just a single person. There's just the one cot. There's a table. You can see that there are, actually like tapestries, and there might even be like a journal or two, but no like significant tomes. You get the idea that this was like very bare bones, and this person raided the entire village and collected anything that was useful and kind of brought it here.
Connor's just gonna build and take whatever he can carry.
What do you there's a lot of stuff here, more than you could carry.
Food, anything that can pass for food, and
looking around, it seems like the only thing that is worth eating is the water from the well, which needs to be filtered and whatnot before it's considered drinkable. There's the bugs that you can carve meat from and either cook up or turn into jerky. Drying the meat is probably the easiest thing to do because there's no way to chill it.
Bug jerky.
You can also tell that there's like a few mixtures of kind of spices and other sort of ground up things that you're not really sure. Like one of them might just straight up be rust collected to sprinkle on stuff just because it's different flavor.
And Connor would pick up this.
That's about it for food, unfortunately.
Connor's gonna pick up this weird rust-looking deal and sniff it, trying to figure out because he doesn't know what rust is. He's Stone Age, so
yeah.
It's kind of like. What's this
Yeah, there's
weird
like there's
material?
there's literally like a bowl full of sand, which is probably like their, you know, idea at salt, basically.
Yeah, he's just gonna be sniffing that sand and makeshift salt and be like, "What is this?"
Okay.
Just looking like a weirdo doing it as he's sniffing it. He's not being like elegant about it. He's just like full on animal sniffing.
What's Jack doing?
Jack is still resting, trying to get rid of some exhaustion.
Oh, okay, yeah. If you just want to go ahead and lay down in the shade and start resting, you absolutely can. Joshua?
Probably inside the building somewhere to stay out of the sun.
Easy enough. Joshua, you doing anything?
I'd go up on top of the house, see if there's anything nearby that lead to any kind of clues or just that.
I cannot hear you.
Sorry.
He's climbed up on top of one of the houses.
Right.
Climbing on top of the houses to get a better
You sound like your
viewpoint.
microphone's in a drawer.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, after Connor is done taking the rest of this weird salt, he's gonna go back and rest up with the rest of the guys.
Alright, sure. Yeah. This is all like the cursory investigation stuff and whatnot, so those are all the points of interest, I suppose. I mean, unless anyone wanted to go investigate that big rock formation or something. Joshua, what did you want to do when you get on a roof?
Go see if there's anything that'll provide faster transportation, like a sand boat or whatever.
You do not see anything that would relate to some sort of vehicle or transportation.
I see anything else interesting?
Make a perception check.
Wait, hold on.
This song is called Red
Dirty
Sands. by the way.
20! Yeah!
A dirty
Nice.
20 or a natural?
20, unfortunately.
Dirty 20. Okay. Yeah, I mean, there's not really much else to perceive other than the general town it's in its entirety, that big rock formation, and the tracks in the sand that you all left coming here.
Is this time to go to? Joshua yells out to the party, I guess it's time to go investigate some rocks.
Okay. You wake up a few people as you yell that.
Have we rested off the exhaustion or no?
No, you've been wandering around looking at stuff. I mean, if you want to take a rest, you have to say so. Everyone else is trying to.
That's what I said. I was going to go back to everyone else and take a rest after fucking steal.
I'll
right.
take a rest. I'm going.
Do you want to rest or do you want to look at rocks?
Let's look at rocks and then rest.
Okay.
Why can't we rest and then look at them?
Everyone else is starting to rest. Joshua goes off by himself.
That's not a good idea,
Party.
Joshua.
How many points of exhaustion do you have, by the way?
We're all at 3, aren't we?
I'm only at
Not
2.
everyone is. That's why I'm asking Joshua specifically.
I got 2.
Also,
I have 3 like everybody else.
okay.
Failed one of the rolls, remember?
I don't remember how many points you got. That's what I
That was
asking.
years ago.
Well, it says I have 3.
All right. Just as a reminder, I should have been checking this, but everyone would have had disadvantage on all of their checks for looking around and whatnot. You're also speed is halved, and those of you with 3 have disadvantage on attack rolls and saving throws.
Yeah, resting sounds
Yeah,
like
I'm going to rest.
Same here.
Joshua, You don't go
Joshua-
off by yourself.
Connor yells, Joshua, come back and rest. We're all freaking exhausted from the desert.
All a bunch of pansies. I'm gonna go look at some dope ass rocks.
Okay.
was
We
Nice
can look at the
knowing
rocks
him.
later.
Joshua, go ahead and make me
Oh, your God.
make me some kind of check for looking at this rock. Probably investigation or history.
I vote history. Haven't made one yet, and I might get lucky.
Nature or Arcana is also acceptable.
With
Better than this.
disadvantage.
Yep.
Got a
this-
12 on
disadvantage.
history.
With disadvantage?
Yep. I'm gonna crack down on that disadvantage.
Alright, hold on. You know what, I'm just gonna do the last roll, because... Oh, what way is this in?
What'd you get?
Avery is not cooperating.
No.
Got a 1
Okay.
compared to a 19. That is super disappointing.
You don't know then.
Like to roll investigation.
Okay. Disadvantage.
It's almost like you should like rest or something.
Oh, I think... Hey, I got a 14.
With disadvantage?
Josh, come back and rest, man.
No, let him do it. It's fine. He's fine.
Man, if he dies, I'm gonna
He's just gonna
laugh.
get eaten by a
No.
big bug.
Yell if I get eaten by big bugs.
Okay.
Rolled 14.
What's that?
Rolled a 14.
14. And what skill is this?
Investigation.
Investigation. Looking at the rock cluster, it's a whole bunch of triangles kind of converging into a single spot. It almost looks like, you know, the way that frost sort of collects and then just sort of spikes outwards. That's really what it looks like. You get the idea that this didn't crash here. Like, this is a natural landscape, you know, rock growth, which is bizarre. But you think you've seen something like this somewhere before. You can't place it, unfortunately. There is something of interest that I will point out to you that is at this end of the town near the rock. You see up on top of one of these dunes, outside of all the buildings, close to this rock structure, rock cluster, is a collection of items. You go investigate.
Yes, I go and investigate the items.
Okay. What you find is embedded in the sand 2 swords. Hanging on one is a hat, hanging on the other is a jacket. You can also see that there's a pair of pants and shoes thrown near the base. It looks like a memorial.
Oh man. You're really going to desecrate a poor person's grave just for the thrill of adventure?
Maybe come back and sleep on it. Think it over.
These items
Aw.
do not befit the landscape and setting that you have seen thus far. They are exquisite.
Oh man, alright. Like to investigate the memorial very well.
Alright. What you can find is that there is a large red hat with a feather that is broken sitting on top of one of these swords. The other is also a very fanciful jacket that denotes someone as perhaps upstanding on some sort of sea vessel, perhaps. One of the swords reflects a beautiful blue sky full of just clouds and different colors of the sun, blues and oranges, while the other is a night sky with stars scattered around, and also waves of purple and greens and like an aurora borealis sort of wavelength crossing over it. The pants are actually not pants at all. They are chaps, and you can see that there is an enchanted holster attached to them. And then the boots, when you pick them up, continuously pour sand out of them. These are all magic items.
And I take all of the items and dress myself in them.
You dressed yourself in them.
Oh
Even the one
god.
with the infinite sand.
It's someone's grave.
Oh,
Oh,
I
we're
want-
haunted.
Bro,
Yeah,
Your
you-
ass
cool
is grass,
ghost or
dude.
something.
You've disturbed the peace of the dead.
So, Joshua, you put on the sandy boots, the enchanted gun holster, the fanciful jacket and hat, and draw the two swords.
Yes.
God.
Go ahead and make me a D100 roll, please.
Oh god.
You're gonna die, Josh.
This is,
You're gonna
this is,
die.
we told you to come and sit down and take a rest. And what do? You get your ass
goddamn
kicked.
Look, man, sometimes
Yeah,
you just
take a
gotta
minute.
push
No, this is
forward.
what you get when you desecrate a memorial. It's fine. You just get
No,
possessed
I-
by the
52,
person.
Yeah.
Do I die?
Dude, I'll tell you right now, if Mai was with you, she'd slap you upside the head. She
And Connor
honestly
was
would be
very
so mad at you
deeply-
for doing that.
I like
Connor
how
being very disappointed.
everyone is sleeping right now, so no one knows. Joshua's gonna waltz back, and everyone's gonna be like, "Where did you find that?" He's like, "I don't know. I just found it."
He's gonna be like, the mall.
Mai would I don't know if Mai would be able to tell. It's if he got those from a dead person or not.
Oh, and
I don't know.
actually, you should be rolling with disadvantage, so I'll need you to roll this twice.
Yeah, bitch! You idiot! Oh no.
How do you determine disadvantage on a D100?
Nah,
Just
I
tell me
still-
both
yeah, no, I
rolls.
still got a 52.
Okay, so
got a
52
higher
on one roll. What'd you get for the other 100 roll?
97.
What?
97 on the other one.
7.
Not
97.
97.
Jesus.
Okay, we're gonna go with the 97 then.
Oh no.
How is that
is way
disadvantage?
more terrifying.
You
That's the disadvantage. Oh
Wh-
no.
what do you do after you put on all these duds?
Oh fucking Christ, dude.
I decide that I am going to donate my wares.
No,
group.
no. What do you do once you put on all... Do you go back to the party?
I go back to the party carrying my clothes.
I mean, all of the clothes that you've gathered are clothes that you would put on over the top of your clothes already.
Yeah, I could just do that. Yeah, I'm gonna put
Yeah,
the new stuff over this.
Perhaps
already
the
have.
boots you would take off, and if you were already a jacket, I suppose. But, you know, unless you want to be completely naked under a pair of chaps.
Do not. No.
No, no. No,
Okay.
thank you.
All
My
right.
eyes can't take
Oh,
it.
shit.
So you all take a long
Just
rest
one
then?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Go ahead and hit a long rest, everybody.
Except for Joshua.
Which
Idiot.
makes you lose 1 point of exhaustion. And I mean, if anyone else wants to keep sleeping, they may. But I believe, after resting in the hot sun, eventually I think some of you get up and notice Joshua's attire.
Connor's like, Joshua, why are you dressed like that?
I'm just trying to determine which ones he attunes to.
You look like a bargain bin.
Can I do an inside check on Joshua and see
Josh,
what
where did you get those clothes?
Okay, Captain, you're not allowed to be mad. But
I
there
think he
was
is
a
right
magic
there.
memorial with cowboy. And can I roll deception for this entire story?
I mean,
You just
None
said
of
you got
this-
it from a dead person. You just said
You just got it from a dead
I
guy.
was
Yeah,
gonna
none of
lie
that was a
and say that
lie.
the cowboy gave
what
it to me.
deception? You just
I
said
was
you
gonna
got
lie
it was a
that it was
memorial.
given to me, and I didn't just create a memorial
There's
for
no
it.
one here.
yeah, you would still roll with disadvantage. So
Alright,
I'm not
fine,
even
I
sure
tell
if it's
the
worth
whole
it, bud.
truth and nothing but the
No,
truth.
no, roll the deception. Do it. I will.
Alright,
You know what?
fine.
I'm gonna roll inside on this motherfucker.
Yeah, anyone roll insight with disadvantage still.
I don't give a shit.
That's fine. I got a plus 10 on insight. $23.
Joshua, what'd you get?
I
Disadvantage.
got a... Hey, you're not going to believe this, but I got a 19, and I rolled a 20 on the other one.
Okay.
And I saw
Plus-
right through it.
Do you-
Connor saw right through it, but
Do you have any bonuses to that, or is it just a 19?
have +0 to it.
Ah.
The
Deception.
I rolled a 7, but I want to auto 20 this. That way I can see through his eyes.
Okay, so you haven't. You used the auto 20, but then with disadvantage, what was the higher roll of the other two?
The highest roll of the other two was a 15.
Okay. No bonuses to that?
Well, hold on. If I added the 1, it would make it a 16, but
Okay.
other than that...
Yeah, so even with burning the auto 20, I guess you believe him.
Some bullshit.
You
Yo.
believe that Joshua wouldn't lie to you. His story doesn't make sense necessarily, but
I don't
you
trust him.
you trust Joshua.
Shoot, I'm just gonna look at Connor and be like... And just give him a look like, is he telling the truth? Just give Connor the look.
Connor just like leans in and I don't know, sniffs his ear. He's like, I can
Yeah, he
can
does. He just,
smell
like,
when you're
He just
lying.
crawls all over him. He's basically like one of the, like he's just like
Yeah,
like,
can
lizard
I-
crawling
can I
all
s-
over Joshua.
Can I go up and sniff the clothes to see if it smells like a dead person?
Make
As he
a
said.
survival check.
With disadvantage
That's-
still.
Yeah. That's for sniffing things. That's what survival checks are for.
Can't you just accept
Survival or
ghost
nature?
Cowboy?
I will allow nature.
Yeah. Use my fox nose.
Well, you're trying to determine if it smells like dead person.
Yeah. Or if it smells like flies. Oh, that was not a very good roll. 16.
The
wasn't a
clothes
very good
smell
roll.
decisively like salt.
Like from the sea.
Well, you don't know
Just-
that.
Salt. Whatever, fine. God.
They don't smell like sand or dead people.
I'm gonna look Joshua straight in the eye and say, "Did you steal this off a dead person?"
I was given to it by a dead person.
That's stealing, bro.
Both
That
of
sounds
those are a lie.
made up. That sounds made up.
There was no body.
Dead people.
It was nobody but a cowboy came and said
What's the
that
cowboy's
they're
name?
mine. Don't know him, he was a cowboy.
What did he look like?
He looked like a fire genasi. All these duds
So
on.
you gave yourself. You gave yourself.
Yes.
And kind of just sitting on top of his head as he's trying to.
Joshua,
explain.
you can't take things that weren't given to you, especially from. I'm assuming they were a dead person. Do you
Meanwhile,
realize?
you look over at Connor and he's stolen everything out of this building as well.
Why
Yeah,
do you get to
Isn't that
steal
actually
things?
kind of what we do?
'Cause it's
I
food.
didn't steal anything from a dead guy that he didn't deserve. Okay.
Yeah, you literally stole stuff from mutton chops. What are you talking about?
He deserved it. He slaughtered a lot of innocent people. He also was gonna kill us, so he didn't need it anymore. You don't know where that came from, or what it does, or what it's going to do to you. First of all. Second of all, it's extremely disrespectful to the spirits, and I have a big problem with this.
Thirdly, the boots are too big and the jacket's too small.
Yeah, how does that work?
Actually, I want to know how Holger knows that.
I imagine I saw him duck walk his way in here, wearing and it's like, you know how when you outgrow a jacket and it's too tight in the shoulders and too short on the wrist.
I will almost give this to you, Holger, because of your experience with tailored outfits. This does not match Joshua at all because you do not believe it was meant for a male frame.
Oh. Joshua, which lady did you steal that jacket from?
I didn't steal this jacket from any
You totally
lady.
stole this jacket.
Stole it from a grave.
That's still stealing, Josh. And then he just smacks him on the head and be like, "You're an idiot."
Wait,
There's
how?
no body.
You don't know
How
whose that is.
secured?
Yeah.
Was it in any way buried?
No, it was.
Then we
Hanging
can't
on a
claim
sword.
archaeology.
It's hanging on a sword just on the outskirts of town,
You
nearby the big old rocks.
You took it off. Oh no. No. Go put it back. Put it back now.
Did you
No,
at
it's
least
fine.
check to see if they were cursed or anything?
Yeah, are you. You just grab stuff without checking it first?
Thought we were pirates, first of all.
I mean, we
Also,
don't
you
steal
just took
first-
it without.
That's
You're not
what
even
I'm
gonna
saying.
share it with us, so.
Dude, we're
I mean,
pirates,
You
it's
we're
have
not
my
stupid.
old
I just-
clothes.
Hey, can I ask a question?
Ew.
Can I ask a question, please? Connor raises his hand while still sitting on top of Josh. He's just. He's
Yes,
just
Connor.
sitting on Josh. Are we still
Joshua is
pirating
also
the
wearing a
thing?
very large, fanciful hat. So are you crushing this hat?
Yes, I am fully crushed.
I think Connor's now wearing the hat as it is on top of Joshua's shoulders.
Oh, like he crawled underneath the hat
Yeah.
and is on Joshua's head.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's just doing it just to spite Josh at this
All right,
point.
Connor,
He's just
I would like
flat.
you to make a 100D.
Okay,
You
Do you
didn't have to
100?
agree to
Yes,
it.
sir.
No.
with disadvantage, correct?
Yes. So tell me 2 rolls.
Okay, give me a sec. Roll D100.
Is it if you have any level of exhaustion? You have to
only
roll a
have two.
disadvantage?
Yeah.
Okay. Lame.
Well, actually, due to the
90 and
long
stuff.
Due to the long rest, you only take off 1 level of exhaustion.
Yeah.
Yeah,
you guys
but
have
when
multiple.
when you're at level 1, you have disadvantage on ability checks, and when you're at level 2, your speed is halved. So
Yeah, I only
Yeah,
have
so
one,
technically
so
it's level 3 that means your saves are with disadvantage, so you are correct.
Yeah.
You guys wouldn't be rolling with disadvantage. Connor, just tell me your first roll then.
90.
Okay, same as Joshua. Continue.
you feel your ears begin to bleed. No, I'm just kidding.
Ah, well, they're bleeding
No,
again.
but you do hear the sound of wind
Oh.
and the creaking of
no.
wood.
Connor just
Shit.
immediately shoots up, standing as he's still on Joshua's shoulder.
He's standing
No,
on
no,
Joshua's head.
this is just ambient sound that you're hearing.
Ah. Joshua's just scanning the area. He's still sitting on Joshua's head with his feet on his shoulders, just kind of like just scanning the area.
Are you wearing a loincloth? You're just.
No,
Oh, that's right.
I have.
No,
leaf
he's only
underwear
wearing
on.
beard. What are you talking about?
I have a leaf. I have leaf underwear on. I am
okay.
not just wearing a loincloth. It's a thong.
You're wearing a thong and sitting on Joshua's head bare. Isn't his hair on fire? It's like
Yeah, why
fire.
aren't you getting fire damage?
Because
What fire
I'm Connor. Because I'm Connor.
Okay.
He's
anyway,
used to getting his nuts roasted.
how you had one? It was just one sword that you found.
There was two.
Oh, it was 2.
There was two. Cool. Which one's the cooler one?
One reflects a night sky and one reflects a day sky.
can I get the night one?
I wanted
Yeah,
the night.
day one.
God damn it! I was already asking for it.
Can I have the
Captain
day
gets
one?
the night one.
Can I have the day one, please?
I literally just said I wanted the night one.
The
I was already asking for it.
I'll take the day one. I'm just.
the swords
wanted-
don't want
I
to be
think-
separated. I'll
Okay,
let
so-
everyone have that for free. The swords seem like they don't want to be separated.
Connor's
Just-
gonna take both the
First of
swords.
first of all, Joshua, you need to take them off. Because you don't know what they
Yes.
do.
Connor
and-
raises his hand. Do I have to take the hat off too?
Is it, like, hurting you?
Is it hurting me?
No.
Then,
Connor's
no,
just
you're
like
fine, I don't care
Connor's
about
just like
that.
checking all the usual orifices that would bleed, you know, and be like, you know, like searching for like, you know, the regular like, am I swelling? Am I bleeding? Am I having running nose? You know, that the kind of stuff, like looking for the usual suspects of like, am I
Abnormal body functions.
Yeah, you know, just like you know what, you know how it is when you eat a random berry, you wait an hour to see if anything happens, then you eat the berry again if nothing happens. You know, he's kind of doing that. He's checking himself to make sure, am I good or am I bad? And he's like, I think I'm good so far.
Something else of note about the swords: the day sword, when you move it, makes a slight, beautiful whistling sound that's very musical, and the night one, when you move it, leaves a little trace of light.
Oh, you can have the
Yeah, these are
swords,
really
I guess.
I'm
You can
keeping the
give Cully the
hat.
swords. Since you just like ran off and stole these from supposedly a dead person, you can keep the chaps. But you
Oh,
have to
I
give
think-
everybody else the other stuff.
I'm keeping the hat. I like the
I'm
hat.
keeping the holster.
You at least want to know what everything does before you go divvying it up.
No, they're
No.
they're gonna
that
wear
might be
them
a
and
good
attune to
idea.
them. They're gonna take another long rest and attune to them, and then I'll.
Yeah, alright.
Well, does anybody have identify object?
Yes,
Yes.
your does.
I don't have
Yeah,
any.
Okay,
Um,
that's cool. I'm
Wait,
telling
wait,
him to take it off so you can look at him. Like, I don't
Well,
know.
why don't we
Alright,
take
fine.
the
I
time?
take off
Yeah.
everything.
He's not gonna be naked. Jesus.
I
I'm not
take off
naked.
everything new. Everything new. Hand
All
them
of
to
it's been
hold you.
used. All of it is worn.
Take off the clothes you stole.
I take
Connor
off the
raises his
clothes
hand.
I
Does this still
stole.
count for the hat or no? I
The
want to
boots,
guess.
the chaps, the holster, the sword, the hat.
Everything,
Yes, Connor. Give it all, or set it all over by whole gear and let whole gear look at it.
The chaps and the
Alright.
holster are combined.
Oh.
He just magic mics it.
Tearaway pants.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
It's
Anyway,
definitely
whole
that.
gear, do your thing, so that we don't like.
All right,
explode.
whole gear. What would you like to identify first? And do you have
I
to
would
cast a
identify
spell
that.
slot, or can you do it?
No, I can do it ritual.
Okay, cool.
If it's
Do you
an
want-
intelligence check, can I give him a enhanced ability if it's like a skill check or something like that?
It's not. This
Okay.
is just a spell. Yeah.
Okay, I just want to make sure if there's a DC, I was gonna cast enhanced ability, but never mind.
Yeah,
Yep.
I was thinking about
Yeah.
Bardic,
So
but
he just needs some time, but then he can identify all these things. What would you like to start with first, whole gear?
I'll start with the hat.
Yay,
Mm.
it's mine.
the wind hat.
Okay. The hat is a very wide-brimmed hat. Think of a musketeer hat. You know, one of those big things. It is a maroon, almost burgundy color, with a similar matching feather. The feather is broken, however. The entire time that you were casting on this, you get the sense that the item is forlorn. And you think that the hat may be sentient, but as you are realizing what this is that this isn't a hat that is enchanted, other than the fact that it is designed to look nice. And all of these items are enchanted so that they won't get torn, they won't get stained, you know, lots of prestidigitation on these things. But for the most part, most of them just have these sort of, nicety sort of enchantments on them. And you understand that the magic that is a part of them has almost more to do with the person that they were related to. Specifically, what is potent about this hat is that it is reminiscing on the countless adventures and trials that they went on with the person who wore it. And you get the idea that if you were to try and recount and call upon some of these adventures, you might be able to benefit yourself. Go ahead and look at the item Ambient Flower. Or Ambient Rose. Hold on. I don't remember which one it is. I believe it's Ambient Rose.
Ambient flower.
Is it Ambient Flower? Okay. All right.
Yeah.
But you can go ahead and look at that if you would like.
I will.
I think I decided to change it away from rose to flower, is that you can decide what color and shape and design it looks. But right now it's burgundy, as if it's morning. But this is a slightly sentient item. And while you're reading that, I'm gonna go top off my water. I'll be right back.
Have fun. So, how long do we suspect before these items like murder Joshua in his sleep or something?
Bro, I'm not even attuned to them.
I know, that's why they're gonna murder you in your sleep, because you desecrated a grave.
It's not my fault. You were being boring.
It is 100% your fault. You did the thing.
Oh, I didn't. You forced me to do the thing.
Alrighty, back.
Who? No one forced you to. Oh my god.
You don't understand. There was a magical horseman. He was a cowboy, and he made me steal it.
He was a fire genasi and looked a lot like me, but wasn't me.
There was this fire genasi cowboy that looked super cool.
Yeah, he was like super buff and like really handsome.
And he turned to me and said, "You should take that stuff."
You should take that stuff. Oh god.
I mean, there was another hot fire genasi on my other shoulder that said, "Don't take that stuff," but I didn't listen to him.
We don't listen to Dale.
Oh, Gary, are you done looking at that, or?
Yep.
Okay. What else would you like to identify?
Next up will be the twin swords.
Okay. Which one? Because I have an item description
Yes.
for either of them.
Oh, I thought they were a pair.
They
I'll
are a
go
pair, but they are
left.
completely separate items.
Left sword.
What?
The nighttime or the daytime?
You said the left one.
The left.
The one I'm holding in my left hand.
Alright.
Which
Let's
is
say it's night, I guess.
day and night, left to right. No.
Day and night. Day and night, night, night.
So,
That's the only words you know to that song.
Let's
I mean,
go
there's like
nighttime
an-
sword for Kid Cudi.
which one?
Nighttime, apparently.
Okay. The name of this sword is called Midnight's Awakening.
Ooh.
And
Ominous.
as you gaze into this sword, you understand that it can trace the stars. It reaches out beyond anything. And there is no end to its adventure.
And we just found this shit in the middle of the desert. Crazy.
Beyond all that you
I
know,
found
the stars will light your way. Per audacia ad astra. I'll see you, Starside. Go ahead and look at Midnight's Awakening.
What?
It's such a
Wait,
cool
listen to-
weapon.
Holger's like, it's shitty. We don't worry about it. It's fine. I'll hold on to it, so you don't have to.
Yeah,
I assume you're gonna
I'll
do
just-
the next sword next, but you understand that these are a balance, night and day, you know, hope and sorrow, you know, and it's less about life and death, but adventure and home. It's this balance that is fought between these two ideals of seeking out that which we most desire and also protecting that which we hold most dear. Going out and gathering it and also presenting and holding onto it. It's that getting and the having of pursuit and also, you know, holding of love and adventure, life in its entirety. Life, simply put, these ideals and adventures. Specifically, Midnight's Awakening is the idea of being so blind to everything, being in the dark and not knowing, but being content in that. Being enraptured by the entirety of the universe and still knowing who you are. And basically what it's a +1 rapier that has radiant damage to its attacks. You can also use it as a spellcasting focus.
Kind of sounds like Connor, though.
And then you're gonna investigate the The day one?
Yeah. I believe it's called Morning's Lullaby.
Morning's Lullaby, that is correct. Wherever you are out there, know that every morning belongs to you. Of all the places I've been and those yet to be discovered, the most beautiful view will have you in it. Whereas Midnight's Awakening is present in the dark times and the light that pokes through, Morning's Lullaby is this breaking through. The chasing of the day, the wind, the sky, all of it. And the joy that it brings, simply put. And because it makes a beautiful melody when you swing it, you can actually use this as an instrument when you make performance checks and spellcasting for those bards out there. It also is a +1 weapon, but with cold damage, not radiant.
Just kind of getting lost in the moment. Could Holgear take up both Midnight's Awakening and Morning's Lullaby and sort of do like a little dance with them to do like a performance check?
Absolutely. And you will not have disadvantage on this.
For a 24.
It is a beautiful tandem. You pick up both swords, one in each hand, and without any music, subconsciously you just begin moving, dancing through the space, slashing and swiping, not in attacks, but almost in dance. And you understand how and why these weapons were constructed. Not as killing tools, but as extensions of oneself in the pursuit of adventure. It's beautiful.
Connor almost cries as he's sitting on top of Joshua.
Talia.
As Holgear does... Oh, go ahead.
Oh, I was going to say, is Talia here?
Yeah, I'm right here.
Talia finds it beautiful and almost feels like crying too, probably.
Yeah.
He's like, it's so beautiful.
I mean, Holgear in the same way, with your weird connection with your family, and these being a regal weapon, there's something there.
Absolutely. I think as he does the dance, he goes back in the back of his mind to like his memories, and he just thinks of like calm mornings with Annie, and just back when things were nice.
Okay.
And then looking forward into what it could be.
What would you like to identify next?
I believe the only thing left is the chaps.
And the boots.
There's also the jacket and
Chaps
boots.
and boots.
Question.
Mm-hmm.
You said that one of them was a rapier +1, and what was the other one?
They're both rapiers.
Both are rapiers.
Oh, okay.
Both are +1.
They're designed to be dual wielded.
Okay.
So you're gonna do the chaps next?
Yes.
You get images of the rough and tumble lifestyle of ruffians surviving and scrounging and fighting and just generally rough housing and good play. You see the streets and figures running through, ready and excited for the next adventure, and kicking down doors to see a friendly face pull a gun on you and laugh and smile. This weapon is the only one that is actually enchanted. And for good reason. Because these are lucky pants. So go ahead and look at lucky pants. These will give you +1 to your AC. Because they're a bit of leather that goes over your natural equipment. But specifically, the holster is enchanted, and they will allow you to draw your weapon far more quickly, whether it be a dagger or a wand or a hand crossbow or a pistol or a simple weapon of some kind.
So would it be like a bonus action instead of an action?
It would be a free action.
Oh, free action. Okay.
As it stands, the typical rule of combat is that you could draw or stow a weapon as a free action, but then to draw another weapon or stow another weapon, that is considered interacting with an object.
Okay.
So,
Got it.
if you had not drawn this weapon, it will always be considered drawing it as a free action.
The boots.
Oh yeah, it will also load your holstered weapon.
No!
The boots. The boots are full of sand and will forever pour out sand.
That
Dope.
sucks.
They will hide your tracks in the sand.
Joshua can keep those.
Well, they hide your tracks until you get to the city when there's just a trail of sand that
There's
follows you around
pavement.
everywhere.
True. They're
So
not good
just-
in every environment. That's not their purpose, but yes. I think there is something about they also ignore difficult terrain that is sand.
If someone had unseen servant, though, that'd be like to mislead people.
That would be terrifying to see a bunch of
To-
boots.
A pair of boots just walking by themselves, dropping sand.
Yeah.
Sand striders.
Yep, sand striders. And the last item is the windbreaker, which is the jacket.
Jacket. Alright.
Again, as a whole package, you get the kind of person that used all this stuff. They were an adventurer at all means, at every definition of the word. Talia, please make me a history
Yes?
check.
A history check.
David Jones.
That would be an 18.
With disadvantage.
We don't get disadvantage.
On checks, you do. You still have the 1 point of exhaustion. You'd still have 2, technically. It's saving throws that's the...
You're right. Son of a bitch.
Exhaustion is no joke.
And you said history?
Yep.
Okay, so that was 18 the first, and...
Can I give her Bardic?
Yeah, you
I
can
give
give
her-
inspiration to this.
Yeah, I'm gonna give her some Bardic inspiration, and my words will be: use your big noodle. Just
Okay, what is your... Is it a D8?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Can I give inspiration?
I'm giving inspiration. You're fine. You hush.
Okay, so that's 13 plus a d8. So that's a 19, because I rolled a 6.
Looking at all of these things, you can't help but feel unnaturally drawn to them. You have never seen them before, but you feel like you know them, or at least you'd like to.
Okay,
I believe that is everything identified, so if you all would like to look at the magic items descriptions and start divvying them out, you may. I'm sure everyone wants to take at least another, if not 2 more, long rests, so you can absolutely attune to these items.
I would like to take a long rest.
Yeah, I just need 1 more to get rid of all my exhaustion.
Oh, you only had 2?
Yeah.
Lucky.
I take 3 since I'm still at 3.
I'm gonna take a couple more long rests just to get out the exhaustions.
Yeah, I was really lucky during all that to only have 2.
Yeah.
I had to move through the different screen.
Wait, what was the jacket?
Windbreaker.
Windbreaker.
What did it do? Nothing? Just look cool?
No, it. I'll read it to you if you would like.
Please. I'm just curious.
I mean, you can.
Like to know things.
What kind of, you said Morning's Lullaby did what type of damage?
Cold.
Cold, yeah.
And then it's Midnight's Awakening that does Radiant. Windbreaker. The wind comes and goes as it pleases. It follows no rules, listens to no one. Its chaos is not appreciated. Cannot be stopped, it will always arise. I'll appreciate it when it leaves. A worn leather jacket that has survived countless seasons and weathered many storms. The thick hide of this jacket is surprisingly cool as it manifests control over a cold breeze on its interior. The wearer of this jacket becomes sheltered from the elements, granting a dry and comfortable interior, while attuned the jacket grants several benefits. +1 while not wearing medium or heavy armor. -10 damage threshold to elemental damage, fire, cold, and lightning. Advantage on saves against being moved from occupied space or knocked prone. Basically, if a big wind comes, it will buffet it from you.
Yeah, I'm not taking any of these items anyway, so y'all have at 'em. But Joshua has to share. If anything, Joshua can just have the boots and everything else because he's a dingus.
Can I take the windbreaker?
I have to share, that means you have to share.
I didn't take anything.
But when you next take something, you gotta share.
Oh, I'll share.
I'm going to either the windbreaker or the Midnight's Awakening or the Morning's Lullaby.
I already have Midnight's Awakening and Morning's Lullaby. I already have them.
Take the hat. I thought you were taking the hat, Connor.
Yeah, you said you wanted that.
The fancy feather hat.
Let me see what that. I don't know if it goes with my whole, rugged.
Yeah, but we'll take it with you for all the other Connors. So it's like a.
Connor admits the
fire of the main Connor.
I mean, I guess.
It's like Mario in
Considering
that
what
one game.
Connor is normally, I don't know if giving him another person's mind to deal with is a good idea.
Oh my god, fine.
I mean,
yeah,
I
can take the hat.
I mean, I was going to opt to take the hat, but okay, you can take the hat.
You already have the swords.
Yeah, that's fair.
I'm not taking any of these items. I just think it's funny to figure out who's taking what.
Okay, so both swords are gone from the list. Windbreaker has been claimed? ?
No.
Okay.
So it's cool I take windbreaker?
Yeah, it's cool if you take Windbreaker.
Guess I could use
Then
that
there's the hat and the chaps. Because Joshua gets the boots.
I'm still imagining Joshua just doing the magic might.
In the sand, with sand coming out of his boots.
Does Josh want the boots?
No.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So he gets the boots because he stole stuff from a dead person.
I thought we were pirates.
What? And just start.
Pirates steal things
You
from dead
don't
people all
just
the
take
time.
things from a dead man's grave.
You
All
would
right.
have
That's how
done
you
the
get
exact
cursed.
same thing.
No.
Josh should get last pick then, but don't stick him with something he doesn't want. What would
Okay.
Jack like?
I'm good. I don't need any of that stuff.
Okay.
I mean, I can put the windbreaker back on, just so that way Josh can have a chance.
Yes, please put some clothes on, Connor.
No way.
No, you
Connor's
can keep the
sleeping.
one. This whole gear, whole gear. What do you want?
We're gonna just walking around with just this leaf ball on.
I'm thinking I'm gonna take the Sand Striders.
Okay.
Interesting.
Just give you sand.
So there's chaps and the hat and the windbreaker, or I'm confused.
Just the pants and the hat.
I mean, you can literally pocket sand someone just by kicking them.
Yeah, that's why I got it.
Maybe give Joshua the chaps so that way he can have the gun, since he's the gunslinger.
That's fair.
Thank you.
I just like irritating you.
And Connor just then starts putting back on his clothes, like his leather clothing. You know, it's like.
Does
Is
anybody
animal-
want the melancholy ambient flower?
No longer sharing
The hat?
any of my
Roll
stuff.
like a. What we roll like a D.
Does
I
the
mean-
hat get a say?
Yes.
Does
I can
Roll.
put the hat on. And
Can I ritual cast comprehend languages for understanding the hat?
the hat talks. Is this the sorting hat from Harry Potter? Because I'm down with that.
I mean,
The hat longs for the life it had with its swashbuckling owner that it no longer has. It has been discarded.
That is
Connor
sad.
goes up, he's like, "Don't worry, my friend. If it makes it feel any better, I feel lost without my other me's around." It's honestly kind of scary how quiet it is.
I'll read the hat's description. When all is said and done, will you still love me? Will you still think I'm pretty? Will you even remember me? No, I don't think you will. A once fancy hat that is in a sad state. The lush veneer is faded and the feather broken. This fanciful thing is hardly recognizable. This hat, once brilliant and elegant, has been forgotten a long time. The memories, while faded, can still be felt on occasion. And
I think
basically, you can call upon the swashbuckling ventures of the previous owner to assist you when performing checks.
Can I take the hat? I'd
I
like
think-
to have.
I was gonna say
I mean, it's similar to what Connor has already.
If I mean, Jack, are you sure you don't want the hat?
Can I? Why does Talia have you said that Talia has she has this gut she's got a gut feeling she knows who's this stuff belongs to. Why do I have that gut feeling?
It's just a gut feeling.
Can I do an inside check on Talia and see her expression and stuff?
I was gonna do a freaking religion or history or some kind of check to see if I remember this guy or gal.
Maybe it's you.
Put the hat on.
Okay.
Yeah, you did it.
The hat almost gets this brief elation of it's being worn, but then it realizes it's not its original owner, so it goes back to being a bit sad.
Hey, I'm disappointed having to walk in this desert, so we're gonna be disappointed together for a little while. Fun times.
Your hair feels nicer now. There's
A breeze.
a beautiful sea breeze.
Saltwater lick.
Yeah.
It's my hair. Nice. my beautiful hair that was already so just silky and elegant is now even more so.
It's like when Ariel comes up out of the water and her hair still has tons of volume. It doesn't make any sense.
You mean when she's in the water and it's like contained shape?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, or maintained shape. Cool.
Once you take a long rest, what would you like the hat to look like? You can change its color and shape.
Oh, I'm changing it to match my outfit. So it's gonna be golds and traditionally purple, but I know my token is blue, so whatever. But yeah, it's gonna be a gold feather and a lilac hat with like a black is there like the ribbon around the base of the
Can be.
part? Cool. Yeah.
The feather stays broken.
That's okay. We're all a little broken.
It's still melancholy.
You're still beautiful. I'm just gonna pat the hat.
Is it okay if I roll a history check to see if I remember anything?
You already did, but you can try again. Still disadvantage.
Do you still have the bardic? Or did you use that already?
She used it.
I can give her bardic.
Do it.
And I'm giving you bardic inspiration. I wink at her.
Don't. Jeez. Can't just wink at people.
I mean, I wink at people all the time. I remember winking at this very hot Lowen girl. And
Oh no.
I'm trying to roll for fucking distance. There we go. Thank you. My fucking god. Gotta be such a pain in my ass.
Yeah, it's fun.
Yeah.
I give you that.
Okay, so the high. Okay, so the high is a natural 20, but the low is a 14. But since he gave me bardic inspiration, I'm gonna roll a freaking D8.
Go, Talia. You can do it.
Alright, so that makes it an 18.
You got another nat 20 that you can burn?
I mean, I have adversity tokens.
This is like the time to do it.
Okay.
I believe it is time.
So you're adding the adversity token to an 18.
Or how many adversity tokens do you have?
4.
Just two.
It's infuriating how close you are. There's this nagging feeling that you feel like you should know this person, but you know for certain you've never seen this stuff before. Not even in dreams.
Kind of like make preparations with the jacket.
Temptation for me to roll to see if mine knows, which I know she probably doesn't.
No.
Kind of make
Damn it.
alterations.
Also, did we long rest already?
I mean, if you would all like to do that second long rest, you may now.
Sure.
Long rest.
Sounds good. I'm minding.
No, I'm just rolling to see if the person comes in.
Yay!
Wait,
We're Goldilocks-ing.
they're not even dead. You just stole these from somebody.
I didn't.
Oh my god!
I did not say the item.
You said if the person comes home, it's the only person that would be here.
No,
Other
you
than-
remember the bug hunter guy.
It's kind of like
Oh,
culture use
no, I
would
don't.
be.
I
It's
think I
like
forgot.
rugged, fit his rugged look more. You know, make the coat look more like for him. Or does it magically do that? The coat magically does that?
The coat magically provides a cool interior.
Oh, So do I?
We chilling,
kinda-
literally.
You can't change the look of it. No.
Well, Connor, gets the. Well, Connor decides after spending his time in his leaf thong, he decides to put back on his pants and boots as he goes back to sleep.
Okay.
You have pants and boots?
Yes, I made pants and boots out of the hides of animals that I had killed.
I realize I don't pay that much attention to you sometimes.
I mean, people in my dimension have an advanced sense of shame.
Huh.
Yes.
Interesting.
Well, yeah. And it is also very common to live in a polyamorous relationship. I had like 5 different kind of partners when I was growing.
What?
What on earth are you talking about?
I've done shit, guys. This Connor's done shit y'all wouldn't believe.
I could ask,
Making it
but I
weird now,
won't.
bro.
Do it. Ask.
Nope.
I wanna-
Anyway,
Oh,
So
okay,
you guys
we-
hit another long rest and removed another exhaustion point, correct?
I'm
Yes.
free!
Woo! 1 point left.
Fucking advantage.
I assume you
good.
guys have been like capturing those mites and eating them.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You're
Connor
pretty much
taught
the
us the
only
best
food
way.
source here.
Connor's catching all the food for him. Being like,
Connor just knows how to catch small bugs easily.
Those of you that go outside notice that your tracks have disappeared.
Shit. Or I don't
Oh,
know if
should
that's
I
good or
know
bad.
when?
Somebody.
Time to leave.
No, but I
You-
bet it'll be more difficult to find our way back to that ship if we have to.
You notice that the sand ever so slightly moves, as if there is a wind.
try and get
What?
engaged in the direction
Excuse me?
of the wind. Did Connor come outside, lick his finger, and gauge the direction of the wind it's going in?
Yeah, if you just spend some time looking at the sand, you can determine. It's moving east towards the pyramids.
Connor's like, it's moving in the direction that I have deemed east towards the pyramids.
Okay.
Or wait, no. The pyramids were north. Skyscrapers were east. Ship was
Connor still
south.
said.
And
No.
to the west was the village where you guys are at.
Know what? Skyscrapers.
You guys want to head for the skyscrapers?
I said we.
I mean, unless Joshua wants to desecrate any more graves.
I said we take another.
Oh my
rest.
god, you would have done the exact same thing. Don't deny.
If you wish to desecrate more
No.
graves, the pyramids are right there. I think pyramids are
Oh,
usually
Stupid
graves.
towers.
The pyramids would be a different situation because those people were really rich and don't
Something
deserve their wealth.
specific, I think you guys notice at this point, now that you're this direction. The pyramids don't have 4 sides, or maybe they do, because they're shaped like D4s. They're those kinds of triangles.
Oh, so they're not pyramids.
They are pyramids.
Hmm.
Three
They're
sides.
just stupid pyramids.
Okay.
Whoa. Connor, you turned your camera on. Or somebody turned their camera on. Okay.
Nice haircut.
Yeah.
Yeah, I actually do want to know whose camera was that? Who's chillaxing in bed right now while we're playing D&D?
I think it was Hulk
Aww. I missed it. Darn it.
All I noticed was a headboard and someone with their arm behind their head just chillaxing.
Someone's
You're out.
feeling real easy breezy today.
Bruh.
Absolutely.
So, Joshua wants to head out while I believe people still have points of exhaustion.
I'm good. I'm good to go. Let's go.
Not me. I got 1 point of exhaustion. I don't want to.
Oh, well, maybe
No.
you guys shouldn't have failed your
Oh.
saves.
I forgot to do something while you guys attuned to those items.
God damn it, Sparrow.
You all would have had dreams.
Oh?
But we're sleeping.
Another one?
That's what a long rest is that you lay your head down and you take a nap.
Oh, fine. We sleep.
It's 8 hours. Or-
Sleep!
You just sit down and
I'm sleep
meditate.
one more time
I
before
have
going to the towers. but
insomnia.
then
Wait,
there's
do I have to
nothing else
sleep?
afterwards.
Or do I have to do it?
You can do meditation, you don't have to.
But my meditation would count for how long?
I
6 hours?
think 6, yeah.
Which is a short or long rest? I'm confused. No, whatever. I'll sleep. I don't care. Fine.
Long
I'm
rest.
tired of looking at people. No offense.
Offense taken.
Yes.
Good.
You offended me. In my honor, I shall throw the
Yeah,
gauntlet.
well, your smell offends me, so.
Wow.
Expect. I live in a cave.
Okay, and you have access to
Okay.
water.
See what the big deal is about me smelling? I'll just smell weird.
Oh,
Connor,
chaos.
what item did you have? Shut up.
Windbreaker.
Okay.
I have the windbreaker.
Have you ever had a dream where
All right, hush. Connor, as you have your rest, you imagine yourself enjoying the beautiful breeze that adventure has. You imagine yourself standing on wood and just enjoying as you are experiencing movement on an unforeseen vessel. Simply, it's hot out here in the desert, and so experiencing the coolness that the jacket provides, and in your dream you imagine yourself being swept with the endless just buffetment of wind. Joshua, you had just the spats, or
The caps and the boots.
the lucky pants.
The lucky
Your,
pants.
your dream is about running through streets, leaping over trash cans and logs and other vehicles' riggings, and landing onto adventure, landing onto the hardened wooden exterior of different vessels, some in the water, some simply floating. And just the dance that comes with combat, the footwork, and the occasional kick to someone's sternum or to their butt to send them flying off. It's very refreshing. What item did you have? Hat. You have the most vivid dream. You experience the memory of some sort of loss, very similar to your own, when you first lost your brother and how that felt. You also experience a very similar sensation where this person loses someone very near and dear to them. Not that they know that they're dead, but they have to be separated from them, and they don't know for how long, whether or not they'll find them again or if they're just gone. And busying themselves with other activities, but still always knowing, always longing, and that sort of uncomfortable in between of not knowing what to do or where to go, but still wanting. Holgear, you have the boots.
Boots.
You experience trudging through different environments from, beautiful jungles and the different fauna and the soil there beneath. And it eventually fades as you run across stone and rock, and eventually it fades away into dust, sand, and ash. And the running slows to fumbling, trudging, crawling, and then eventually being left behind and just stopping and being slowly buried in the sand. Jack, you didn't have anything, did you?
Nope, sure didn't.
Alright, no dreams for you.
No
Just
dream.
give him a dream.
Can I
He
give
doesn't
him,
have to
like,
have
one of
crazy
my
dreams. Just give him a dream.
No, Jack tends, he likes to be safe and stay outside of this messy stuff, so I will give him. Jack has a nice dream about his,
It's
I
frolicking
don't know.
through a field with deer and
yeah, his normal dream stuff, where he goes to his
Yeah.
happy place. He's good.
Yeah.
Talia, you have both swords. That is correct.
Yeah.
You sit on top of a beautiful vista. It's like a grassy knoll, but also overlooks a cliffside, and down below and stretching across the horizon is every view you've ever seen. And you're sitting beside a figure, and you can tell that they're smiling as they talk about and, partake with enjoying and thinking about all the things you'll do together, of all the different things you'll see, all that there is to do, and all the places you'll go. And when you wake up, you have tears in your eyes as you both realize that you couldn't do it together. That's what you dream about. I feel really bad.
Since he's been sleeping.
Are you gonna be okay? Probably shouldn't have done you last. I apologize for that. There was a lot of build up.
No, it's okay.
give Tali a dream hug.
I mean, yeah, once you guys wake up, you can see that Talia is not doing okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna go over and give her a hug. Just kind of
Stands there, not sure.
pat her hair. Over her.
He's not sure what to do. He just kind of leans over to Joshua and asks, Joshua, what do we do? I've never seen someone cry before.
I couldn't hear anything you just said. What?
Give them space. Give them space, Connor. Just let them know that you support them.
Like, how do I say that without sounding like a tool?
Just
In this situation, just a pat on the back, I think.
Connor, like, awkwardly goes over to Talia and pats her back. Looking at, like, Jack and them, and he's like, giving the, is this how I'm supposed to do it look on his face as he's patting her back?
And that's
Yeah,
when you hear
Holger's
a
gonna give you a-
cracking sound.
2 thumbs up from Holger.
like a whip crack or like a
Like a whipping and snapping sound.
ew. I don't like that.
It sounds like an arcane blast.
Oh,
And then you hear a voice outside that says, "All right, I know you're here. I'm calling you out."
no, we're not. No, I'm just kidding.
Friends on them? Like,
This is the wrong music.
no, I like this music. This is exactly the vibe.
No. This music is for later. This music is for
Jack
later.
has friends on
Nah,
the guy.
nah. This
No,
is
we take
exactly
off all
how
the
I
stuff
feel.
and run away.
Can I try casting
We
friends
just
on
grab
him?
our shit and bounce. We're like out.
Can I just cast friends on him real quick? Like, boom.
Oh, do you pop your head out?
Yeah, you have.
Connor,
You
like,
can't
he's just kind of like tries, like, slowly, like, looking out the window.
like blindly throwing a grenade behind you over a wall.
You can see that there is a figure standing in the street, and you can see where her hip be at. You can see a figure with short auburn hair in a very interesting garb, sort of leathers and also adventurer gear.
Does she look like she's missing a hat, some chaps, boots?
No.
Okay.
We don't mean we're not the person you think you're looking for. We're just a traveling.
You don't know who
entertainment-
you don't know who she's looking for. Shut up. She's gonna drag him back down behind the wall.
She,
I mean,
with one hand staying on her hip, she takes her other hand and points to the sky. "I think it's high noon. You get out here."
Isn't it always high noon here?
Exactly.
Connor,
So
shut the
face me
fuck
like a
up.
man.
Or just
Yeah,
slides
face
out
her like
your-
a man. She's
just goes inside, like, I'm not the guy you're looking for, woman.
These are not.
Holger
pictures.
will walk outside.
She holds out her hand, palm up, like, stay there.
I just
Like-
puts his hands in. And can he cast, like, friends on her?
Don't.
She counterspells
Don't.
it.
Can I do warp
Connor.
sight if there's any other people around? Can I do warp sight?
I mean, it's just her, and she's like, "Is that your draw then?" And she pulls her wand out of her holster and points it at you, Connor. Is that
No,
really how
he's
we're
just
starting
an
this
idiot.
off?
She's a wizard, Harry.
God, I don't. What are you talking about? I don't know who you are. Do I even look like the guy you're talking?
Talia's gonna get up and she's gonna like tip her hat like down to like cover herself, and then she's gonna walk out. She's gonna walk out of the hut and like get like, and she's gonna like get in front of Connor.
Okay.
Maya's gonna peer out of the entrance just slightly, like poking her head out. Just watch.
She's holding her wand to her side as if it's ready, like she could draw it at a second's notice, but she's waiting.
Connor's like, we're not enemies. We're just a traveling entertainment troupe.
Well, that's all.
Still going with that story? Okay.
Yes. We're
And
gonna go with
Joshua
this.
steps out and kind of his hand ready to pull out his gun.
If I'm
Or did you
perfectly,
holster your gun in the magic holster?
if I'm
Magic
perfectly
Oh,
honest, I have to say, traveling entertainment troupe is somehow less likely than people who've been transported here by interdimensional means.
Do y'all have any
Yeah,
better
that's- Yeah, how about shut up, Connor? You're gonna get us into trouble.
You can never shut up. That's a curse.
know. I know. Yeah, just my staying within the safety of the walls.
I was just gonna stick to the story that he's just a traveling entertainer, and they're like,
She has
I see
it.
you say. I see you've made yourself at home. To be honest, I wasn't really expecting visitors, so how the hell did you get here?
we fell.
Walked.
Die.
Magic.
Magic.
I had something in my throat.
I mean, yeah. Magic crystal, here to figure out why this is like this now. 'Cause
She
apparently
raises
this-
an eyebrow when you say crystal.
Apparently this place used to be a jungle.
It is a jungle. It was when I lived here.
Yeah, it's not a jungle anymore. It's a desert.
Exactly. Someone stole my jungle.
So, are you all filing out at this point?
No, my staying behind the walls.
Okay.
It's safe.
Oh, Mai has to come out with us.
No, Mai doesn't have to do anything
That's-
Mai doesn't want to.
I'm trying to like be behind Joshua and Talia. Because he's the short guy and he's just using them as cover.
We all gonna die.
No, we're not.
I mean, she has her weapon drawn, but she's keeping it down low.
I have my, I'm ready my, can I prepare a reaction spell? A spell in case she does something?
Okay.
Okay, a spell I want it.
Yeah, go ahead.
If she casts a spell, right? I want to cast a spell against her. If she casts one, is Bane, and that's a DC 15 for charisma.
Okay.
On her.
Yeah. She just looks like she's getting ready to fan the magic hammer if you guys try anything.
Yeah, Connor's prepared to like draw, prepare to draw as well. You know, just cast a spell on her. You know, she pulls some of her magic, Connor pulls some of his magic type deal, you know, spell slinging it.
Ask her who she's looking for. She whispers, Mai whispers to Talia from the doorway.
What are you looking for?
Well, that depends. What are you doing here, and who are you looking for?
Nobody, we're just trying to get out of the heat.
How did you come here? Nobody
We
just
felt-
comes to Karthus.
Wait,
Where? What?
do I know about this?
How'd you get here?
She looks at Jack and kind of like chews her lip, like, got a point. Let's just say I've been in Karthus a long time.
Can I do a check to see if this lady's sketchy?
Can I help out?
Yeah, make an insight check.
Not a disadvantage, because I'm no longer tired.
Yep, nobody is.
I should have picked.
That was.
some abilities, but-
I'm. That's.
So,
No. That was the wrong dice. I'm using my actual dice, because.
So we're all out of it. Out of exhaustion.
It's a fucking 12.
We got a 26, but are we all out of exhaustion now?
Yeah, should be.
I'm just checking.
Yeah, okay.
But I got
Okay.
26 on that.
On your insight?
Yes.
26 on insight, wow. With a 26 insight, I mean, you can all clearly tell that she is perturbed that people just showed up. doesn't really like how cagey y'all are being. She's very much keeping at a distance because she doesn't know y'all. She's trying to figure out what's going on.
I think Mile step out with everybody, but still kind of standing behind Talia.
You see her like jitter a little bit as if like welcoming you into the frame, like, all right, there's a lot of you.
I'm just imagining like Connor, Mai just hiding behind Jack, Josh.
I'm behind Talia, but
Behind
Can't
Josh.
hide behind Jack.
I have an idea.
Yeah, you
Olgir's in the front because he's not cowardice.
Jack's like, yeah, you can't.
How much of an armor?
I have
I'm
an
just
The other
idea.
way around.
You're-
Jack can hide behind anybody else. You can't hide behind him.
He can protect your ankles.
I kind of be very curious to see Josh. Hold your hide behind Jack.
My name's Miriam. Miriam Gestalt. I've grown up in these ruins. What are you doing here? How did you get here?
Miriam,
We weren't
just
kidding
don't-
when we said
you're
magic
under arrest.
originally.
Oh my god, Joshua, shut
You
up.
said you used a crystal?
Yes, we used a crystal and we fell from a ship.
I don't believe she grew up here.
Tender
Yeah,
and insight is lying.
Yeah,
I've been
I
surviving
don't
in these
think she
wastes
grew up
for
here. Who
who
grows up
knows
in-
how long. Time doesn't
I mean-
exist here.
I would assume
Nothing
you would know
exists
how
here.
long, but
Carthage is nothing but a wasteland. No one just... Who would want to come here? Unless you're
Me.
after
He didn't.
something.
he
His
didn't want to
brother.
come here.
Yeah, it's not like.
Stop! Why would you tell her about my brother? We don't know her.
That's fair. I'm more inclined to believe that you didn't intend to show up. So, if you tell me how you got here, I might be able to figure a way for both of us to get out of here.
We walked
The ship.
a long
Guys.
time.
Where's the crystal at? Is it still
Mm.
intact?
No one
No.
knows.
Well,
Like
it's a,
a history check or something from like which direction they came from or something. History or survival or something like
Yeah,
that.
you could probably remember which direction you came from.
Connor just points in like the general direction, like not at the direct direction, but it's like just off as she walks that way and decides to ditch him, she wouldn't really get to it, you know?
She turns slightly. Okay. Well, I can't really fact check you because normally nothing's out that direction. So,
There's two things out there: the ship and a crazy ass cat man who nearly killed me.
there's a displacer beast that came with us.
After I kill that cat, it's going to be a new help.
Connor, oh my god.
It's about a 2 days walk that way.
Why are we telling her this?
Because she has no reason to go anywhere. And
She-
2 days walk, even at the slightest bad angle, could result in death.
it was more like 3.
Okay,
Hence
But-
the 3 points of exhaustion.
we don't know if she's alone here. We don't know if she's lying to us.
Can I cast like fairy fire if there's anybody invisible around us?
Yeah, you go to cast a spell and she counters it again. It's like, hey, cheese it. What is with you all?
I'm
This is
paranoid.
this is so
Don't know
weird.
This is weird for you?
Yes,
weird.
we're a bunch of
You-
weird people.
Weird people.
Weird. Connor just like gets out from between them and goes approaches her and like, we're weird. You're the one that kept yelling at the place we were resting up, saying demanding us to come out at high noon in a place that's always high noon. Tell me, from a person who's a culmination of a bunch of hybrid minds. All right, who's the weird one here? You or me?
I figured you would get the
Well, I think it's
idea
you,
that I was
Connor.
calling you out, but you apparently didn't.
I don't get called out. I take people out.
Connor. Just stop.
Ah.
You're not helping. You're making it worse.
Look, I'm
calm down.
not used to dealing with anybody. There's nobody here at all. It's just me. So seeing that there's like a caveman and a pirate lady and a noble person and a short person, I shouldn't have said that. I actually shouldn't have said. I'm sorry. That was probably really offensive.
That was very offensive. I'm the short
The
person
short
here.
Really hurtful.
Joshua takes offense.
And I'm not a caveman, all right? I'm a survivor. There's a difference.
Wait, who's the fancy person? I'm confused.
Olgir's the fancy guy, I wager.
Yeah, I'm the nobleman.
What am I? Don't answer
Girl.
that question.
You're a wolf lady?
I'm a.
He just laughs like,
Who knows?
I'm not a. I'm gonna slap Connor.
ah! Can I evade her? Can I try dodging her? Like, be like, wolf lady, she thinks her a wolf lady.
Do you correct her?
No, I'm just gonna slap Connor.
Okay, make an unarmed strike against him's AC.
I just, with like the most intimidating look in my face and eyes, I just turn their direction. I say, enough.
Connor, what's your DC or your armor class?
12.
Okay, 17. So I slapped the shit out of Connor.
She slaps you.
Connor just falls onto the sand and be like, ow!
Miriam
Okay.
pinches the bridge of her nose. It's just like, all right.
Can I
Alright.
make that intimidation check to see if I intimidate the entire team? Well, mainly Maya and Connor, but like the entire team because I'm like so dead fucking serious right now, and I'm usually not.
Okay.
I have every right to slap Connor for calling me a wolf and making fun of me. Okay,
Okay, yeah, but
Make fun of
Team
everyone.
Captain is glaring at you all.
I'm composed. I'm fine.
I rolled a 14.
What is she rolling against?
I'm not sure what the save would be.
I think anything higher than a 14, right?
Miriam holsters her wand. All right. I don't know what to do with you weirdos, but
You're the weird
apparently something has to be done. Okay, you you literally cannot come into my house, literally raiding my house, and call me the weird one.
First
But
of
you
all,
are.
this is a many houses. Second of all, how are we supposed to know that this was yours? Is your name
Yeah.
anywhere?
Again, nobody's supposed to be here. This is a
Well, we-
literal
cool.
wasteland.
We thought that too. So we don't know why the fuck you're here. So I don't know why you're getting all pissy with us. We're just as lost as you are at this point. So just be nicer, maybe. Huh? Fucking had a long day.
Okay. All right. Yeah. You know what? You're right. Okay. This place is messed up. I get that. And you're acclimating to it. You're adjusting. I'm used to it. So I'm sorry. But you know what? I'm
Alright.
sorry.
Can Connor give
That's
her,
all
like,
there is to it.
Can Connor give her like the bag of food that he brought and be like, here, sorry, I kind of raided your food supply, I think.
Yeah, I see you learned how to use the traps. The Endermites aren't really much, but they're what we can get around here.
I don't judge. I've eaten my fair share of bugs. I don't judge.
How about you,
I'm sorry, but we.
Yeah, what's this wee business?
I'll tell you what. if you want to show me how you got here, I might be able to help you guys figure out a way to get back.
I mean, do you want to walk for 3 days in the desert?
Nope, we'll ride. And she adjusts her goggles and turns and steps away. And then she pulls a tarp off of a large shape that you hadn't realized before, because this is a new shape. This was not here. But she pulls a tarp off of what seems like a skiff. And you notice that it's actually hovering off the ground a couple inches.
Ooh, Connor.
I don't know the weight capacity on this thing. I don't think it can fit you. But if I hook up the trailer for hauling trash, you might be able to.
Connor just starts climbing all over the thing, looking at it, and all.
Anyway, he's like, alright, calm down, help me.
Connor,
hook
don't break it.
I'm not gonna break it.
And she drives the skiff down the road and goes around to another house, uncovers a base board and pulls out a... She basically goes into a basement that was covered in sand, and pulls out a very similar looking contraption, but it does not have any steering contraption attached to it. Instead, it just has a hitch, and she hitches it up to the back of her skiff. It's like, alright, everybody hop on.
Connor just hops on the main one and just scurries around on it.
Hey, we.
Y'all know where we're going?
And Connor points in the direction that they came from. That way!
Okay. You all get on.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah, I guess if everyone else is getting on.
Might as well.
Okay. Yeah, she takes off. She pulls up this kind of scarf that covers her head and puts on a pair of glasses and starts taking off through the sand in the direction. And I believe that is where I would like to end tonight's session.